Hello friends, my name is Shayla and today I am here to show you some books that I have recently acquired. They were either gifted to me, I earned them for losing weight, or I just couldn't help myself and had to pick them up. So I have 11 books here for you, so let's just dig right in. The first book I have today is Sisters Red by Jackson Pierce. This is the book that my husband got me for Valentine's Day. I know it doesn't look like a super romantic book, but this is a fairy tale retelling book. And he knows how I'm wanting to read more of those this year, and so he decided to pick this one up for me. He originally did reviews on the companion book called Sweetly, which is a Hansel and Gretel retelling, but he thought I needed to read this one first. And so this is it looks like a Red Riding Hood retelling. From what I'm gathering of the back, Scarlet and Rosie, you know, it makes sense that it would be Red Riding Hood from the description on the back here. So I'm excited to dig into this. Next up is It Started with Paris by, I believe it's Kathy Kelly. Yes, Kathy Kelly. And this book is about a girl who gets proposed to on the Eiffel Tower and everything that happens to her after that. I saw this at Target. It really interested me. I have this kind of obsession with Paris. I haven't talked about that much on this channel. I'm a quarter French, so I'm kind of obsessed with France and Paris and wanting to go there. So this was just kind of right up my alley in that aspect of my life. Next up is The Only Pirate at the Party by Lindsay Sterling and Brooke S. Paisley. So Lindsay Sterling, for those of you who don't know, she has a YouTube channel. She was a classically trained violinist who's now gone on to make like dance electronica music with her violin. She's absolutely fantastic, an adorable person, and she came out with a book, and it's totally adorable. I'm really excited to dig into this and see what it's all about. Next up is Somerset by Leela Meekum. And this book looks like a historical romance that, you know, 1830s, just a historical romance. And I haven't read too many of those. This one was only $6, so I thought I'd pick it up. Pardon my bellowing cat. Cal, come here. Cal, come on. Come here. Come here. Come here. Cal, come on. Oh, somebody wanted to say hi. He was so sad. Yeah, so sad. Can you say hi to all the nice people? Hi. This is Caledon, my kitten. He's the sweetest. Now don't be a bellyacre now, huh? So, Somerset is a historical fiction based in the 1830s. It looks really interesting. It looks like it's also a companion novel to Roses by the same author. I'm going to do some research to see if I have to read Roses before I read this one, but this one was $6. I haven't read too much historical romance outside of classics, so I'm really kind of interested to give this a try. It's kind of a chunker, but I'm excited, and I only spent $6, so if I don't like it, I can always donate it to my local library, and hopefully somebody else will enjoy it. Next up is Reign of Shadows by Sophie Jordan. Recently, Trina over at Between Chapters did a review of this. It sounded super interesting, so this was my reward for losing 10 pounds. So I went ahead and picked this up with my husband, and I am really excited to give this a read. It looks like it'll be a fairly quick read. I mean, type's fairly big, not super thick. So I'm excited to get into this soon. Next up is purely a nostalgia purpose. It is The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. And this is the picture on the edition that I had growing up. It's basically the hardback version of the edition I had. And this is the book that got me into reading, really, that had me realize I was a reader. I reread and reread my copy. It was thrashed. My parents can't even find it. They don't even know where it is anymore. So I saw these at Costco for $11 for this big, heavy, nice hardback. And so I thought I'd go ahead and pick it up since it really wasn't that much and it's purely nostalgic. So I'm excited to actually own this for my own library and to be able to share it with my future children. Next up is Volume 5 of Fairy Tale. I'm slowly collecting all of these and I am enjoying reading them as I go. These are manga for those of you who don't know. It is about a wizarding guild and the jobs that they go on. Sometimes they save the world, other times they just have fun. So crazy band of characters. It's really weird, but you can't help but love everybody in it. And there's a blue flying cat. That's all I need to say. Go check out Fairy Tale. Next up is a manga I actually talked about in my last video, and that is Orange. And this particular manga is about a group of friends trying to save one of their friends from a fate. So how they do that is in the future, they send letters back to themselves when they were in high school. So their high school selves are receiving letters from 10 years in the future trying to protect their friend. And it's really fun. It's really exciting. There's a cute little romance that blossoms throughout this. There's a bit of a love triangle. This is a huge compilation. This has like the first 12 chapters of it. It would be like 12 episodes of anime for those of you who are familiar with how that works if you're not a manga reader. So the next collection comes out in May, and I think that finishes off the series. So we will see what happens to their friend and if they're able to save him in the next volume. So I'm excited. I've already read this. It's a 5 out of 5 stars for me. Next up, I caved into my geeky self and bought The Force Awakens in book form, and this is the special Barnes & Noble edition where the pictures are different that they have. So I'm excited to actually own this for my own library, and I am just stoked beyond stoked to be able to display this in my library in all of its glory because the movie was really quite good. Next up is a book I received for review, and that is A Hold on Me by Pat Esden. I just received this in the mail today. I am really excited to give it a read, and she's so sweet. The author sent this to me. She contacted me through my cover reveal that I did last week. I will link that so you can see. She made me a little bookmark. It's got a cute little toggle on it. And then she sent me a paperback copy of her book. So I am really excited to give this a read and see what it's all about. I'm just going to read this off the bat to kind of give you a rough idea. She never wanted to return. He wants nothing more than for her to leave. But the fire between them is as strong as the past that haunts them. So it looks like another paranormal or maybe a gothic romance. I'm really excited to dig into this and see what it's all about. Last but not least is a classic to add to my classics collection, and that is Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. Sadly, the post office wasn't too nice to my copy, so it's a little bent. But this is one of the Penguin English Library editions. I have read some Charles Dickens, but I don't think I've read Great Expectations. And so I really wanted to give that a read and, you know, add it to my classics collection and possibly to the classics that I'm reading this year. So my friends, that is it for today. Those are some books that I've received recently, either for review, for myself, or as a reward to myself. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've read any of these, let me know down below so I kind of know what to expect on some of them. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye!